crazy world, looking to find my place and all they do.
So, Frienn, what you sipping on today?
Hey, friends! This is the Hey Frienn podcast. This is my friend Paulnisha.
And this is my friend Ty'Nesha, and this is where it's Frienn.
So today we have special guests, and we have our sisters. So this is my sister, Shayna.
And this is my sister, Helen.
Hey, friend!
So what we sipping on today?
So today we have a gummy bear mojito, and it has raspberry rum, lime, peach schnapps, simple syrup, club soda, mint leaves, and gummy bears.
Yeah. So before we take a sip, let's cheers to sisterhood and to friendship. So cheers.
These are cute.
I like that.
I love it.
I like that.
I love that. Y'all
love
love
gummy
for my
bears.
friend. She did her thing. Okay, it's so aesthetically pleasing.
And I topped it with, cute little gummy bears. Garnished it with little gummy bears and something. So yeah, let me give you a bit more.
So y'all, today we are going to be talking about friendship and sisterhood and how it sets the tone and, just how it shaped up our friendship. So we're excited.
Yes.
So do you guys believe that your sisterhood shaped up or set the tone for your friendship?
Sisters.
Jenny, you want to go first or you want me to go first? Okay. If I had to say truthfully, I'm going to say no. And the reason I say that is I've always believed that friendships and sisters are different. I think there's certain things and attitudes that I bring with my sister that I don't do with my friends. And I just feel like our relationship, our dynamic was always just so different, and it was special to me. So I never looked for like my sister in someone else because I didn't need no one else. I have my sister. I didn't need to go look for a friend to be that for me. So I'm gonna say no. They didn't. Yeah.
I'm going to say no too. I don't think it influenced my friendship at all. I feel like what me and my sister had and the relationship we had never got questioned.
Mm-hmm.
It was never like, oh, it needs to be like this or it needs to be like that. There was no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we had as sisters, I was like, we're sisters. No one can take that away.
Right.
So whatever it was like, it is what it is. So no, it did not set the tone for any friendship. Not even like our friendship, but like any friendship with associates or hoping none of that.
I agree with that because we have shared experiences that have carried us throughout the years. There's certain jokes that nobody's going to get unless it's just me and her.
Right.
And so that having that dynamic, I don't think you can recreate in a friendship like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I was thinking about it completely. I was going to say yes because I feel like it's just like how you interact with your sister. I feel like it's kind of like the foundation. Not that you would be. I'm not looking for anybody to be my sister or looking for my sister in any of my friends. But I'm just saying, like as like just being a woman and having a sister and a friend like that. That was more so like the building blocks. Like me and her talk a whole bunch of junk, and in return, I just talk junk. Everybody. So that's just like our dynamic. So for me, I was thinking like, I feel like it does like set those building blocks, but it doesn't necessarily like mean that I'm looking for her and anybody else, or I'm looking for anybody else to be my sister.
Yeah.
Like that's my sister.
Yeah. I feel like you feel like if that person feels like a sister, like feels like that relationship, then that's your bestie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I can understand that.
That was like my perspective.
That's a good perspective.
Fair enough.
That is a good perspective. I didn't think about it that way.
Okay.
You talk a lot of trash.
All day.
All day. Every day. Y'all listen today.
Yes. All day.
I thought I bicker, baby. No.
we back and forth all the time. My mom would be so annoyed. So I have a question. Do you consider your best friend your sister?
Do I consider my best friend my sister? I want to say no. I think you can use her as a confidant, somebody that you can rely on, somebody that you can go to with any of your problems. But I don't think of this. They can't be the same. Sister is a sister always, but a sister in a best friend is a plus.
So for me, I'm gonna say no as well, because I feel like if you're my friend, like you're my best friend, then I feel like you're striving to be my sister. Like not striving to that level, because I feel like it's like best friend then sister as far as like levels. Like we can't get no closer than what we are. We are blood. Like so to me it's like it's like friends will be like, oh yeah, she's like my sister, you know, like you'll go out and be like, oh yeah, we're sisters. And it's like not to say like, oh we're not sisters, but like I feel like you strive as a best friend. It's kind of like a goal to get to that point, to say like we're sisters. But for me, it's like that's my sister. Like it doesn't
get closer.
It doesn't get any closer. So like that, I'm not considering her like, oh she's I don't consider her my best friend. She's my sister. Like she's not going nowhere. Yeah. Argue with her, she's not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
I agree. I feel like it's your best friend, and then you become sisters.
Right.
So I feel like once we're sisters, we're sisters.
Yeah.
So then no, I don't think like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So would I be looking for a best friend in my sister?
No. Do you consider your sister your best friend?
No.
Yeah.
But I think I've always wanted to. I do, because I feel like there are things that I talk to and talk about with my best friend that sometimes I wish I could just like call my sister and just be like, girl, let me tell you what. Like, so no, but I want to.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have been working on it,
Yeah.
and it's gotten so much better. But yeah, I think that's the goal. It's almost the goal for me, because I don't necessarily want any friend to be my sister, but I want my sister to be my best friend.
Yeah.
Like I do.
I feel like growing up, especially like getting married and having kids, that's when I realized like, oh my God, my sister wasn't even in the room when I had my baby. Or oh my God, when I was getting married, my sister wasn't even there for that. Or oh my God, that's when I realized, okay, there's something there that we probably should be closer.
Yeah.
And I think of course it's like how we grew up and things like that played a part. But she's right. Like growing up, I realized like, dang, I don't want that with my sister. I don't want nobody else in the room.
Yeah, we've had that conversation, like being young, and she was like really upset. She asked me like, "Who is my best friend?" And I told her, and it wasn't her. So she was like, it was one of my other friends, and she was like, "So I'm not your best friend?" And I was like,
Cause I thought I was both. I was one and the same. I was a 2 for 1.
but
I
didn't consider it. Like I said, even at that time, at a young age, I'm like, she's my sister. Like,
But you
I don't see the two.
say we were best friends too. You said we were best friends and sisters, so I thought I had like 2 for 1. Like it's my road dog, and I got replaced, and I felt the way. I did feel replaced, but look at her face.
I'm really thinking back. Like that's why right now I'm trying to.
We was down. We go through our ebbs and flows with our relationship, but for sure we're closer than we have been in more years than not.
Yeah.
So she's been there for marriages. She's been there for the birth of my son.
Yeah.
She's been a great support in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because I needed her.
Yeah.
But we go through our ups and downs, but we've never been too far estranged from one another.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. So, can your sister be friends with your friends, like going out?
I like this question because I go out with my friends a lot. And I feel like we've had like a little bit of a conversation where you mentioned like, you know, invite me when you go out with your friends. And to me, okay, there's this thing that I believe in, and it's called boundaries. Strongly. But I don't think I ever wanted it to be where you felt left out.
Yeah.
It's like when it happens, I would love for you to be there. I like the fact that you hang out. Like if you get a Disney pass, let's go.
Yeah.
We out. But I think for me, it was like the same way I believe you should have boundaries with your friends.
Yeah.
And even though I've gone out with you and your friends, and you've gone out with my friends, it's just not as often.
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted you to respect that relationship, and in the same way vice versa. Like it's almost like, well, I don't want to really mix my, first of all, I don't believe in mixing friend groups
Right.
at all. So that's my sister. I don't want y'all get too close to her. I don't know how I feel about that. So I think that's why, but it's not that I don't want you to be there. I think sometimes I do wish you were there, but then again, it's like I respect like Yeah, I feel like we're also just in different pages in
I
life.
feel like there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
So like me and Helen are 4 years apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't want to be with her and her friends. You know, at the end of the day, like I don't want to be with her all the time, or I don't want to hang out with them because I'm older.
And the craziest thing is, you're the age of my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not even the age of my friends. All of my friends are 4 years older than me.
But for me, I'm like, that's Helen times 3. You know? So yes, I feel like there's a time and a place. Like if I feel like she was, you know, having a girls' night or planning a party, I'm like, hey, you could have invited me.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But for them to like go downtown or have a drink or do this, no, I want to be there. You know, like there's a time and a place for everything. I want to
Yeah.
be there sometimes, but like she said, there's boundaries.
Yeah.
Like she should be able to express herself and do whatever she wants with her friend that maybe that she might not feel comfortable if I was there.
And even in that aspect, I truly believe if I was me hosting parties, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a non-negotiable. She's
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
But because I'm not the one hosting,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, can I bring my sister?
Right.
My mom said I gotta bring my sister. I don't want it to come off that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I was hosting it, absolutely. It's not even a question. But I'm truly never the one hosting it. I'm the invite.
Yeah.
You know? So
What about you guys?
For me, I personally want to be there for the important moments for her, like her 29th birthday. That was something special for me. I was always familiar with you, and
Yeah.
you were familiar with me, but we never really hung out or anything like that. So it's mainly like those important occasions, her birthdays, being there for her if she's sick or anything like that. I want to be that person that she can call on. I want to be there for those moments to share that with her.
Yeah.
As far as like the social outings and things like that, not gonna lie. At one point or another, I definitely didn't want to be in the room because there was just too many dynamics.
She always was like, I don't want to be with y'all your little friends. It was never like she wanted that. So now she want to be one of my little friends. She want to go,
ain't that your mama? Ain't that your mom?
No, I don't hang with you little friends.
she don't say, you'll say little friends, but I'll go somewhere. You be like, yeah, I want to go. She didn't invite me.
She be planning vacations and birthdays and things like that, like out of the country. Maybe I want to go.
You be flaking on me.
Oh, you don't invite me nowhere. It be her and Keisha going to Cancun.
Put your name out there.
I did. I'm not mad. I want to go and have fun, but I do want to have some vacation time.
I have a question. So what's a good balance? Like how can we determine when we need a sister trip or when we can just have a bestie trip? When do you know this
I
is
think-
a sister trip?
If you've been on 4 trips with your bestie, and you ain't been on one with your sister, it's time. It's time. It's time.
So when do you
We have gone on a trip. We've gone on a few trips.
Oh, the fact that you said
Hey.
It's two. It's been two.
two, one, how many? Which of you are your besties?
we haven't been on
I ain't count. I didn't count.
Because it's been more than several. And sometimes I just want to spend some time with my sister and go on vacation and do some experience something new. And she don't be inviting me, but it's okay.
Do y'all go on solo trips? Just y'all two?
We haven't been anywhere, so.
Yeah, but we haven't.
We haven't been
We've
anywhere
been on like
solo.
family trips.
family trips, but we never been on a friend trip.
No, not with just us.
That was just us.
I want to.
That would be so good.
Do you want to?
Yes. I really do. I really do.
I feel like I don't know we ever thought about it.
No.
Yeah.
You never thought about it? None of the times I actually like, hey, let's go to Hard Rock, go get massages, you know.
That's different. You talk about trip.
I don't think we
I wanna go, I
communicate.
told you.
We don't.
Yeah. She'll say it, but I don't be believing her. I be like, all right.
You know what I think outside looking in, because y'all talk every day, it's like you would want, like she would want to, because y'all talk every day.
Yeah.
Me and Helen don't even talk every day.
We don't.
Yeah, we talk
Like,
just about every day.
Every day. So yeah, I can understand.
Our conversations are truly limited to, let me talk to the kids.
Yeah, she
And-
probably be like, let me talk to the kids.
She never mad at her. She
Yeah,
ain't
I
mad
know
at her.
You know, and it's so crazy. The
Never
other
ask me
day,
how I'm doing, or you know, what are you doing, or da da da.
don't say never. That's too absolute. I sometimes do.
Sometimes.
Got a phone, like, thank God. I'm like, shit.
Don't TT babies. I do want to work on that because the craziest thing is literally the last time I called you and I did that, I felt such conviction. I was just like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do better. That's something that I truly want to take and do better because you're not invisible.
Yeah.
And it's like I see you, and it's like there are times where I'm like, let me just pull up and let me go hang out with Michelle. So I'm sorry because that's not nice. It's not.
Say that. I appreciate you actually feeling your feelings about that, you know, and understanding her perspective.
I definitely do. I get it.
You looking down like, oh. But like speaking on that, I even told Ty the other day, I was like, I think Helen want me to express my feelings for her. I literally was like, I think she want me to like hug her or say I love you, and I be in there like, yeah, hey girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I walk like, yeah, all right, or I like hit her boob and be like, hey girl, you know? But I think she probably wants like a hug or like, hey sis, like how are you? And I'm really like, ask her, I'm cold, and I'm like, all right, bro. You know, like, all right, yeah, you know.
That's why I call them Peyton. Peyton's like TT. Maddie's is more like
I do have a like my embrace is very cold.
Yeah.
So I probably feel like that's probably why they don't do it, because when I do see it, I'm like, all right, they are like, what's up? You know?
Yeah. I definitely feel that because, like I said, we were talking about it the other day. Me and her, because we talked so much junk to each other. Like, I was with my mom, and my mom wasn't feeling good, and I was like, okay. I was like, all right, mom, bye. You know, I love you. And my sister was like, bye, I love you, mom. And I was like, all right, bye, Shayna. Like, and I was thinking about it. I was like, dang, I felt like in that moment too, because my mom wasn't feeling good. I'm like, I probably should have said I loved you, but it was just like, girl, bye.
I love you at all.
At all.
And it's so crazy. This is why I go back to the I want that best friend and a sister,
Yeah.
but more, right? Because I do believe there's a difference. But the fact that I say love you to my best friend and I don't with my sister.
Listen, it was the same day.
Yeah.
Same day. I was walking through the door and my mom, like I was getting off the phone with my other friend and she was like, love you, bye. And I was like, okay, love you, girl, bye. And then like, that's when me and her had the conversation. And I was like, dang, like I really don't be telling her I love her.
I know you love me, but
That's exactly what I said. I was like, I know my sister knows I love her, but I don't say it.
we say it occasionally, but we don't say it all the time. We talk our trash, and that's our love language.
Right.
Yeah.
Girl,
That's
bye.
literally it, yeah.
I think our love language is like roasting on somebody else.
Yes.
Like, we get in the room, we're lethal. Like, I can't do that. Like, we just yeah. Like, my mom hates it. Like, y'all love ganging up on me. So I think that's our love language.
Yeah,
like,
for
once
sure.
we get into something, or it's funny and we roast it, like,
That's it.
No, it's it. That is so.
It's like, all right, sis, bye.
You're right.
That was it.
Exactly. All right, bye, bye. Talk to you later. Like that's literally how we hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Every time.
But it's not okay.
It's not. We gotta do
Yeah,
this.
we literally
We
just had the conversation.
We're like, we have to do better. Like, we have to be softer. We want to be softer.
Yeah.
I'm in my sophomore season.
So it really is no love lost
there's no
because
love
we really know each other. Like I know she loves me, and
Yeah.
she knows I love her. So we don't have to say it all the time. It's really not a thing. I don't think she gets offended if I don't say it to her, and I don't get offended when she doesn't say it to me. Like every time, because we're on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I love you, and we get on the phone like three times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you know I love you.
Yeah.
And we don't do that at all.
But we have so much. It's rare. Like we'll do it, but it's like in like a rare moment where it'll happen. So we'll be on the phone, and like we'll get off. And we're just like, okay, bye, girl. Like.
Yeah.
Talk to you later. But it's never like I love you. Like the other day, I felt it was like in the back of my throat when I got the
You
phone.
wanted to say it
I wanted
so
to say it so bad, and I was like, bye.
I bet she would have appreciated it so much.
Yeah. But for me,
I do when I get it.
yeah.
I do when I get it. And I'm pretty sure she does as well. But my kids, sometimes things get so sensitive in our life and our dynamics that, like you kind of like, dang, I should have said it just that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I was at. I was having conviction, like, if something happens, I don't know if she knows I know she knows I love her, but she didn't hear it from me.
No.
So I would hate for something to happen, and I'm like, I don't remember the last time I said I love you.
Yeah.
So that's where it was getting me, like, that's where my conviction came from. Because I'm like, I don't think this girl ever heard me say that.
We don't say. And then at least y'all talk every day.
Yeah,
We don't talk every day. We
don't.
talk at least once a week, but
Yeah.
and even in those, it's more of like it's either business talk, so let me talk to the kids, or
Right.
girl, what you thought about this, and all right, bye.
We talk about nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful to
Absolutely
me.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally, we be on the phone for about 2 hours, like 2-3 hours.
I'm not doing that.
No, because we miss doing little things with each other. Like we miss going to Target together, going to Ross, TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
So if she goes check out some stuff, and I'll go check out some stuff. And sometimes we're there at the same time in a Target. She's at her store, I'm at my store. Do you want me to pick this up for you and your side?
Yeah.
Let me know if you've seen this at Target. Like if they got this at your Target, pick this up for me. So it's more so like
Yeah.
And then also for security reasons, sometimes I like to stay on the phone with her to make sure that she's safe. Like when she was doing another job, she was out and about. I want to make sure that she's okay, she's getting where she needs to be.
Yeah.
So I'll sit on the phone with her while she does a job.
We have to work to do.
So what's your favorite memory between the two of us?
Okay, I think one of my favorite memories was definitely back in the day. My mom had just got a brand new flat screen, and it wasn't a flat screen. Like the flat screen we got
Fat back flex.
flat screen, the big ones, right? And we just had got a Bright House, and that's when Bright House had all the channels. Yep. So we would go on Music Choice and learn all the dances, and back then it was like we was doing pop, lock, and drop it. We was learning steady leg, everything. So we would sit there in front of the TV for hours of learning dance. She's like, "No, let's do it again, do it again." We were like, and she like, "Do full out, full out, full out."
Sweating.
Do it full out. Like we doing a whole choreography. Like we gonna be on a music video.
Yeah.
That was definitely like my favorite times growing up. Oh my gosh, by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the Rugrats movie. We had
Oh my God. I'm still mad Mom threw that away.
Yeah, it was on, and we would replay it and replay. And at the end of the Rugrats movie, there was "Who Let the Dogs Out?"
And we would be in there.
High in that little blue room, like just dancing. Like that was our movie. I'm like word for word. Like we're sitting in front of the TV like
this. Imagine we watched it multiple times.
Yeah. That,
It was still like
that was
amazing.
and then we shared rooms. I think that was like our favorite part too.
Yeah, we've done some fun things in those rooms.
She don't let nothing go. Like, we're like,
I am my dad's child.
I can't say we had that same experience by sharing a room. It was interesting. I don't disagree with you. But favorite moments with her is definitely when we would be in the kitchen. Like I did a lot of cooking growing up, so she would eat my creations and eat my food.
Whatever
No,
she
it was good though. It was good.
It was good. It was good.
I had a passion for it and I did it well. Like I would make these everything cookies where they had like oatmeal,
Coconut, almonds, chocolate chips. You gotta make that again.
a big
You gotta make
I
that
got
again.
extra roll there. Listening.
I was thinking about making that everything jambalaya again and having you up there. We have a lot of memories over food. Like we had like one night.
food so much.
I've always
Yeah.
had food.
No problem eating.
Not
No
never.
problem eating. But we had another time we hung out together. We had some wine. We had lamb chops, and we had just like a whole feast, and we were just sitting there and really enjoying the moment.
Her husband had made some lamb chops on the grill, and we had some naan bread. So it was like a Mediterranean. We had like tzatziki. It was good. She had to marinate it, the lamb. It was so good. We tore it up. We was all us in the elbows deep eating lamb chops.
A moment.
It was so
We
good.
have plenty of moments that we have had over me cooking and us dining and just having a good laugh. So those moments stand out for me. What about you?
For me, I'ma say just like cleaning up. You know, like when you gotta clean up and you don't want to clean up. Your mama got you in the kitchen. Y'all in the kitchen cleaning, washing dishes, mopping floors, sweeping. But we used to play music, and then but we used to call the oldie goldie station, and so it was like the radio station called I forgot what it was called, but we called it the oldie goldie station, and they used to just play old songs. So we'll be in there, and we was just in there singing the reasons. At the top of our lungs, and my mom was so annoyed, but we just in there annoying the hell out of her. Just singing the reasons and cleaning up, and we got the spoons, singing to each other. So yeah, that's one of my best or most memorable moments that we have, just being goofy as hell and just being young, cleaning up, unfortunately. But
Oh yeah, we did that, but it was just definitely some good moments. Singing like the what is it, Backstabbers?
yeah, we was in there singing the Isley Brothers. We had a whole concert.
Listen.
We had concerts in the kitchen.
Chocolate
Singing.
Factory,
Yeah.
Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
It was a moment in time.
That sounds like a good time for real.
Okay. So Helen,
Oh Lord.
how do you feel like I could have been a better sibling to you?
I think our separation didn't help.
Yeah.
And just our growing up dynamics, just being in the house and not having you, I think that was the defining factor for our relationship.
Yeah, it was.
And I think it caused this almost where I felt like I could do life alone because of the fact that I didn't have you growing up.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way anymore. Now I feel more like, let me go call Michelle. Let me reach out. But yeah, I think that not having you in the house made me feel like I didn't have an older sister. And it's like now when I need advice, well, I can't say now because now I do go to you. But prior to that, I think I didn't feel like I could go to you advice. There were certain things where I was like, I don't know how she's gonna feel about this. I don't know if I could talk to her about it. And I think even still sometimes there are some times where I don't feel like I could reach out and like, Michelle, I need to talk.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to say that it's like because I don't feel like you have time for me because I don't think that's true. I think it's just more so of like because I've had that separation, it's almost like I don't feel like that's a choice.
Yeah.
Really.
And it's so crazy that you feel that way because I wanted to feel like needed more. Like I wanted her to be like, oh, I want to go to my sister's house, or oh, I want to go to my sister, or oh, let me, hang out with my sister. Like I wanted to feel needed, but because we didn't have the same dad, I felt like they were a unit, and I wasn't like a part of the unit because again, like of that separation of the little time that I left the house. So I didn't feel like she needed me, and I
needed it so bad.
That need. So like,
bad that I needed it.
Definitely grew up really fast. But if like when I had Payne and she was like, I want to be around you, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, I feel like if she would have expressed herself a little bit more, that's what I would have wanted from her.
Yeah, and I didn't. What I did do is come around more. And it was only for a very small period when you were in the apartment.
Exactly.
Where I would be at her house every week. My mom was annoyed. Like, I was at Michelle's house all the time.
Yeah.
And even her husband brings it up where he's like, you don't pull up no more. And I'm just like, well, I ain't a little kid no more. I got responsibilities. Okay, I got real responsibilities now. Because
I think the kids like made it easier for her to come around.
Right. It was like
I think if you
like a
didn't-
reason.
If
Like,
you
she
didn't
needed
have
that
the
reason.
kids, I think it would have been worse.
Yeah, if I didn't have the kids, I don't think we would even be this close today. Like, I feel like it
100%.
was the reason why she was coming over, or the reason why she felt like, I gotta come over, I gotta go to the kids, I gotta do the kids. I'm like, all right, well, chop liver,
I'm so sorry I made it feel that way.
It's
That
okay.
wasn't the intentions, but I think they were the way it made it easier for me to
But
even
it's a
come.
blessing. It's a blessing in disguise.
It was because I feel like without my babies, like my babies, and without TT babies, like I don't think that I would even be where I am right now. Like they started it. It was almost like they were the building block that I feel like I needed to even go to her.
I think they were even the building block of me even like going to go see my mom and going to their house. Like if I didn't have the kids, I probably would have stopped by even less, like more or less. You know what I'm saying? But because I had them, I'm like, okay, every weekend, every this, every that, I made sure that she was over there.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you guys?
So,
Go ahead.
Shayna,
Go ahead.
how do you feel like I could have been, or as
A better sibling.
a better sibling to you?
There was only one particular circumstance that I feel like you could have been a better sister to me, and that's when I was dealing with postpartum. She didn't understand what that meant for me and what that experience was like for me and how dark that space was. She did get a better understanding when you were going through your situation with postpartum, and then she came to me and said, oh, I understand what you mean. I was like, girl, I was crying out to you for help. But that's the biggest thing. Is like I needed some empathy and some support in that manner, and she just didn't know what she didn't know.
Yeah.
But she gained that perspective, and I think that's the benefit of having a best friend is that you can see it through a more transparent way. Like she can see how you're going through it from that lens. Just thinking that I'm being shamed, I'm being in my feelings and overthinking, which I do. But it was more to it than that. It was a real situation for me. And you?
How do I feel like better sister?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you too, shit.
I thought I was getting out of here.
Not too bad. Let me know.
It was like, so, y'all.
Well, let me say this. I know there's some opportunities that I have as your sister that I have been working on personally, and that's making sure that I don't overburden you with all of my thinking. I ask you, do you have the mental space? Are you in a good space? Are you able to talk? Asking her about how she's feeling first versus telling her how I'm feeling, and being more considerate, like time and space.
Yeah, I agree because it's a lot, especially because you're an overthinker, then I'm an overthinker, and we just both here overthinking. So yeah, it could be a lot because like now I'm feeding off of her and I'm feeding into whatever she has going on, and I'm like, oh yeah, because this, that, and the third, and now we done jumped down this rabbit hole, and it's like we didn't have
You definitely feel. I'm just gonna say this outside. She feels everything.
We jump into it back and forth with one another because I'm trying to fix and solve her problems and support her and figure out how we can do this and how we can do that. And I think that's almost by virtue of our dynamics growing up that echoes in how we interact with one another. But I do try to take a step back and give her some space and grace. And I asked her, and I've asked you before, like, do you have the bandwidth to discuss this right now? I'm going through this, but I just want to make sure that you have the bandwidth and the time to discuss it. Yeah. Just so we're respecting each other's boundaries. And
so I don't get overwhelmed and she don't get overwhelmed. So it's just like, like, it can be a lot. It can be a lot.
Yeah. So was that you answering?
No, I want to hear.
She actually answered the question for me because I've even expressed that to you. It's like, sometimes it can be a lot. It can be a lot. And then if you feel like you're carrying it too. So it's like, because she's my sister, I may not show my empathy as much, but I do have it and I do think about it. And sometimes I do dwell on it. And it's just like, okay, how can you fix it? Is there anything you can do to change this dynamic? I don't want you to be depressed. I don't want you to be sad. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want that. So then it's like me overthinking it and trying to figure out like, okay, how can I do this? And then jumping down that rabbit hole, or then like I said, in return feeling those feelings, and it's like, dang, my hands are tied. Like there's nothing I can do about that. Like there's nothing that I can physically do to change it. And it's like sometimes you just gotta.
So is that how she can be a better sibling to you?
Yeah, I think she's communicated a little bit more. Like just saying, hey, you have you got Miss Space right now. Yeah, ask me a little more often, like,
or even saying like, I'm just venting.
Yeah,
I think we have to do that too. So.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
We have like
you're like, I'm just venting, and I'm like, all right. At that point,
to solve this problem,
right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes I feel like she gets overwhelmed, like she doesn't even want to hear it. Like, all right, what's next? All right, we're not gonna dwell on this. Like, we're not gonna do that. And I don't think it's dismissing. I think it's more so like, I'm gonna feel it too. I don't know how to help you. So let's think about something happy. Let's think about rainbows.
Right.
You know? And I'm like, no, I just want to vent. Like sometimes I'm like, no, I just want to vent. I don't need you to solve my problem. I just want to have a space where I can vent.
Right.
So.
And I appreciate you saying that she really does feel what I feel. Because sometimes I feel like Ty just be, like she on cruise control. It's cold. Not really cold, but she just doesn't have a lot of emotions around things. But it's nice to hear that she does.
Oh, when y'all get off the phone? When y'all get off the phone and let's say, like, she's not telling me your business, but like when y'all get off and you feel some type of way, she's coming on the phone and I can hear it. Like, I'm like, what is going on? She's like, I just got off the phone, my sister, she's feeling it. I'm like, okay, so now you sad too. Now she's sad. Now she's this. And I think she's just not trying to show it, but she's feeling all of it. Like she takes it.
I think that's a generational thing for us.
Yeah.
I have to say that we're both very empathic, and that plays in how we move and navigate in the world.
Yeah.
So it's something we both working on.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love that
But
for
I'm
y'all.
happy to hear that you care a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some feelings in there somewhere. Somewhere. But that's where we go and we get our value when we on the phone talking about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we say we talk about nothing, we can talk about whatever's on the TV, some foolishness that's going on the internet, sharing memes. And, you know, that's our happy place with our relationship.
It's our lack of affection.
Yeah.
Because maybe if she would have, I'm sorry, sis, or I'm this, I'm that. Like maybe if we would do that more, you would have felt like, oh, she cares. But because we just like shut everything down, like, all right, what's next?
Right.
You know, like
Moving on.
I'm not trying to feel that. That's an emotion.
All right, shut it off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut it off because I don't want to feel that. And I felt like even when you were going through the biggest time, the hardest time of your life, it was, and we were in the same house, and I felt so bad because it was the lack of knowing how to give or show affection while I didn't get it to her.
Right.
It was like I would be at the door literally, and I'll just be like standing there, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I meant to bring Kleenex for this.
So it's not that I didn't care. I would be at her door like pasting, walking back and forth, you know, in her shower, like the bathroom was like right in her room, so I can hear everything. Like, do I go in there? Do I not go in there? Do I step in there? Do I do this?
Yes.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and I remember.
Okay.
I'll be on the phone. Oh, don't try.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll be on the phone with Ty, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I say?
She asked the wrong person.
And I'm like, girl, no.
I wish I knew how to
And
say.
even when I did find courage enough to go in there, it felt awkward.
Yeah.
Like, even like putting my hand on her shoulder was like, is this
It's
enough?
okay.
Is this enough?
Is
And
this
I remember
awkward?
one time I even laid there with you.
And I needed it so
And
bad.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Like, I laid
I
there
can't
with
stop
her one
crying,
day, and I was
though.
like, could someone, oh.
It's okay.
I said, can somebody give her attention? So yeah, like I laid there and someone had to tell me, I think it was like my aunt, someone said like, that's enough. That was enough.
Yes.
Going in there and just laying down with her was enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, but it took so much out of me to do that.
I do
much.
it all the time and
Yeah.
selflessly. She don't want me on her, but I love on her too.
Yeah.
I tell her I love her more than she maybe feel comfortable with sometimes.
It's the emotion of it all.
Like, you're touching me.
And I don't care. I'm like, you're gonna get this loving either way. That's the same thing with my mom. My mom is like that too. I was like, Mom, you gonna get this loving. You gonna hear me say I
We
love
appreciate
you.
it.
I was not.
We
I
appreciate
wish
it.
I would have been more like that because
Yeah.
I'm so affectionate. Oh my god.
Yeah, she is.
And I feel like the only person who sees me in that light is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm so affectionate, and I didn't have affectionate parents. My siblings, we weren't close, so
Yeah.
it's like I had
I would
nowhere.
say we're not close. We're not.
Well,
affectionate.
weren't. I think growing up, it's gotten better as far as like I know I could call Michelle and talk to her, but when I would just be needing a hug, I don't think I could go to Michelle and do that.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't feel that. I don't feel that way. So, yeah, like I'm so affectionate. I just be wanting to just cuddle sometimes and be quiet.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that for me because it's not only her that feels that way. I feel like everybody feels like they can't just come and get a hug, and I want to give hugs. I want to. Yes.
Do you?
No, I do. It's
I
you understand, right?
If my sister comes up to me and she's like, I'm like,
yeah.
I'll still give it to
Yeah,
her.
I'm gonna get it. Like I might do a little face, you
Right.
know, but at the,
Yes.
when I get in my car, I'm like, that feels so good, you know. Like I might like a little bit, but then I wish people would go past that sometimes,
And I must be like, girl, give me that hug.
Yeah, just give me that hug. And then I'm like, okay.
I think
You
because
know?
it doesn't happen as often so for you to even get used to
Exactly.
it. So because it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't get hugs that
Yeah.
often. It's kind of like
I don't get
like
hugs.
what is
I don't get hugs.
this?
Like when she's
Yeah.
leaving, I was like, give me a hug, Heifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always like, oh,
Yeah.
me. But I still give it. I'm still gonna give her a hug, but I'm gonna give her a little
Attitude.
a little attitude before I do it.
I think even one time we made a vow and we were like, we're gonna hug. We're gonna start hugging. We're gonna start hugging now.
We
When was the vow made? Yesterday. That was
about 3 years.
So it's a work in progress. But yeah,
Yeah, and it's like I know that you want to come off more affectionate. We've also spoke about that, and I don't want to say like I don't want to keep holding on the fact that we didn't have it growing up because we're grown now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's like it's up to us.
Yeah.
Right. We can't keep holding on that. So I think it's now up to us.
Yeah.
It's up to us because like I feel like I get it from my niece. Like Peyton is like she's so affectionate.
My kids are so affectionate.
Well, the second one, she affectionate to her mom.
Don't do man.
I love that little girl.
But
yeah, I feel like I go to Peyton and I know. Well, the other day she didn't want to get hug. I don't think I'm cool to her no more. But back then it was like, come here, Titi. And I was like, come here. And it was perfect. It was, I love that little girl. She is just the light of my life. I think those kids can get me to cry any day, anytime. Those are my babies for real.
No.
I love them little things. What do I wish you knew about me? I feel like I kind of just already said it, is that I am affectionate and that I want more of your affection. That I think I'm so sensitive, but I feel like you do know this, but I don't know if you know it to the magnitude that.
I was going to say, I know you want to hang out. I know you want to.
I do. I want to be your friend.
I know.
I wish you had an extra room so bad.
You do. You always ask. You
Girl.
Like, you have an extra room. But I feel like it's my responsibility as an older sister to make it a priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't make it a priority as much as I should. Because I know she feels this way. Like, I think she wants me to say, I love her. Yeah. I feel like I don't make it a priority because of me. It's not you. It's like, dang, I want to do massages. Like, why is Helen not my go-to? Like, as soon as
and vice versa.
And vice versa. So I feel like it's just a work in progress. Like, I'm gonna have to make it happen.
Yeah, and I agree. And I feel like I'm not a child no more, so I can't be like, oh, shut up. Oh, whatever. You just said as a responsibility as a big sister. I don't. You're absolutely.
Even when you were
we were planning on going bicycle, and it never happened.
It never happened.
But it's like, this is what we got to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can make 1,000 excuses. There's 1,000 excuses out there, but I don't want to make the excuse anymore. And I'm not a kid where I'm like, Paulnisha needs to call me. Like, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, we got to do better. Like, Helen, what do you need to do?
Yeah.
Like, I know I need to call you and be like, what you doing?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Your kids get on your nerves?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I want to also have the responsibility to make sure that I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Cause like at the end of the day, older, younger, we're sisters. Like I want you to feel like I can lean on you, you lean on me.
For sure.
So yeah, I think for me, I just want you to know that like I need more.
Yeah.
I want more so badly.
Yeah.
And then what I want everybody to know about my sister. Okay. My sister's soft. Don't let the hard stuff fool you. She is soft. She is hurt. Like everything hurt her feelings. But she will dwell on it. She don't like the way you talk to her. She don't like the way you breathe around her too hard. Like because you made her feel some type of way. Yeah. She's soft. She's soft, and it sometimes comes off as aggression, but it's not aggression. She's so passionate. Yeah. You're just very passionate. You're passionate about everything you do. You're passionate about your family. You don't want nobody to hurt nobody. You're soft and passionate.
Yeah.
And I feel like you almost gotta look at you like a sunflower.
Yeah.
It's delicate, but she's bright. Like she's passionate. Like everything about it is just like, I'm here, but also be delicate with me. That's exactly what it is.
That's so good. That is so good. I wish that everybody knew for you that you're sensitive.
Yeah.
My sister comes off like, it's like, you're stressed. You know, like.
And be in my room like, damn, did I do that? I think I hurt her feelings.
Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. You look like this, you look like my sister comes off like direct. And I want the world to know like she's actually sensitive. It's like she is really soft. Mm-hmm. And I think like we were just talking about it the other day, like don't assume that she doesn't need it or don't assume that she doesn't want this. Like I want people to still ask you, like, do you need this right now?
No
in
one
this moment? Do you need this right now? And I think because I
come off so hard.
She comes off so hard.
It's hard and independent. I know it does.
Yeah.
Like I almost leave no room for anyone to help me.
Room for you to even be like,
I
no room. She's very.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
and it's a problem.
Yeah, so I want people to know, like, I know she's coming off to you that way, but please, she's ninja dear. Don't be mean to her. Because she can be mean to you, but you can't be mean to her.
I can sometimes. I might sit in my room and cry about it, but I can take it sometimes. But I think I almost closed the door to even, I don't want to say I closed the door, but because of the fact that I just feel like it's not going to happen, I expect that it's not going to happen, I almost am like, I got it, I'll figure it out. Like, no one else is going to do it, I'll do it. I'm going to figure it out, whatever. So, but it's not a healthy response. I think it's trauma.
It is. But one thing that I wish that you knew about me is, like, my deepest, darkest secrets.
I wanted to say that earlier. I feel like I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, in that way.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how many boyfriends you've had.
No.
Like, I don't know the things that I feel like you tell your besties.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
And I want to tell you so you can learn from it. Because I feel like you're my little sister. So I want to tell you, this is what happened to me. You know,
don't do that.
Yeah, like, don't do that, or do this, or don't do that because this is what happened to me. Like I want to tell you my secrets because I want you to learn from it. And like if you don't learn from me, who will you learn from?
Exactly.
So yeah, I wish you knew like my secrets, like because I know talking about my secrets, but I want you to know my secrets because I want you to learn from it. So I'm not learning from nobody, and you should be learning from me.
At the very least,
right? Sex and boyfriend.
And we don't. Well, we did one time. You were the person who introduced me to soul ties.
Really?
Yes.
Real.
Ain't real.
All right. So yeah, when we started. So
You want to start? Go ahead.
No, I did not want to start. You see how she asked her question? You gotta go first. You are the guest.
So,
You want the question?
go ahead. Give it to me.
So, what is something you wish people knew about you? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what is something that I don't know about you? Simple?
that's it. What is something that
You want your sister to know about you.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I love you. I know that you're strong. And I want you to know that I'm just as strong as you are. I'm stubborn. And I'm trying to be better. I'm always striving to be better, be a better sister, be a better mother, daughter. What I want the people to know about my sister is that she's very tough. She's resilient in ways that sometimes that most people don't see. She has a big heart, even though she doesn't share it with everybody, and that's fine and okay. I've taught her a lot about guarding her heart, keeping her peace, maintaining her peace. And then she's a beautiful person, and some people just don't gel right with her for whatever reason. But to be honest with you, to have her as a friend is a good value. She's loyal. Whatever.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
Too much loviness going on.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead.
So, what I wish people knew about my sister is that she is super intelligent. She's an overthinker, but she's intelligent. Like you think about things in a lot of ways. I go, no, okay, I didn't even think about it like that. But you might be right. You might be onto something here. So I want people to know that she's extremely smart. She's extremely intelligent. She can do a lot of things. She's so artistic. Like she can draw. She can cook. Like
My type of girl.
Listen.
Like yeah.
no, seriously.
Yeah,
Similar.
seriously.
Yes. No, she can draw. She's very talented, and I want you to know that you have it. Whatever you feel as if you don't have, you have it. It's in you. I want people to know that, like, you got it. You got it. I don't need you to self-doubt yourself, but you got it. Whatever you feel like you don't have and you're missing, you got it. It's there. It's there.
I appreciate that. I really do.
It's there.
Because a lot of times I do deal with a lot of self-doubt and contemplating, like, do I have the capacity to do things that I desire to do? And can I get to where I want to be? But life be life, and those hurdles come up and it makes you have some self-doubt.
That's why I'm like, just do it. Do it. Hey, just do it.
I can hear her in the back of my head sometimes. Yeah, just do it.
Why not? This was such a real conversation. If you have a sister or a sibling, reach out and tell them you love them. We appreciate you for watching the Hey Frienn podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.